What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's reaction video, and I'm going to be starting today's reaction a little bit different to how I usually do. I will be linking down below in the timestamp bar, hopefully the timestamp to either the start of the reaction or just the start of my normal kind of intro. But it feels wrong for me to put out a reaction today and not at least slightly address the elephant in the world, because it's not just the elephant in the room, it's the elephant in the whole world. The whole world is talking about the US election, and I know that a lot of people, a lot of my followers especially, but a lot of people in general have been very shocked, hurt, upset, and are feeling very scared or unsure by the results. I have always tried to keep politics off my channel. It's not something I like to talk about. I like this to be a fun, goofy place where y'all can come and have a laugh and forget about the problems of the world. That's still always what I want to be. And I'm an Aussie. I have very little knowledge of the US political system. I have very little knowledge about the issues or any of that stuff. I get what my algorithm pushes to me, and algorithms can be skewed. So I'm in no way saying that I am knowledgeable and expert or have any kind of stake either way in this situation. Your politics is your own. Uh, I'm coming at this from a place of my personal belief, my personal kind of mantra is that everyone should always be able to feel loved, safe, respected, and not in danger or not unsure of their safety, their life, that kind of thing. I know a lot of people are right now. Whether you're sitting on one side of the political spectrum or the other, I think we can agree that whether you see it as founded or unfounded, some people are very scared right now. And as much as I understand there's been strong party lines drawn over the past few years, and that your politics has almost turned into Big Brother with the amount of kind of drama and stuff. Again, I don't want to get into that side of things. The only reason I wanted to say something at the start of this video is, number one, to let anyone who was on the Democratic side who is very upset, and especially anyone who is feeling scared or unsure after this result, to let them know that, number one, they have a place here where they are loved, they are supported. There will always be a place in the herd and on my channel for them to be completely and organically themselves. I never want anyone to feel like they can't be. So just know that I am sending you all so much love, especially to anyone in the transgender community, to all of the pro-choice community, and to a lot of people who are probably very scared right now about their immigration status. Again, I don't know the fine points of the arguments for both sides on those things. I only see what I've seen on my algorithms, and my heart goes out to those people. The second thing that I kind of want to say is to the winning side, to the Republican side. I understand that you'll have your strong beliefs just like the other side do. Everyone has their moral compass of what they think of as right or wrong, and I understand that for a lot of people it might be hard to look at someone and understand why the idea of them not being able to get gender affirming care or have an abortion, why you would look at those and go, but that's a good thing and they're wrong. You're entitled to that belief. If that's your belief, I don't agree with it, but it's your belief, and your First Amendment says you're entitled to those beliefs. Awesome. But please always try and remember that there is a real human being and a real life that is falling apart on the other side of that conversation. That if you're hearing a lot of people upset, angry, complaining about any laws that are passed or things that are changed, try to, before your brain jumps instantly into any kind of attack or anything like that, just please try to remember that we're all human beings. We should all be showing each other love and respect. And even in those situations where we strongly disagree with each other about something, we can still sit there and do it in a way where the conversation is done respectfully and with love. That is my only hope through all of this. I would never begin to try and judge anyone on their political decisions, because I know a lot of decisions have probably been made in terms of wanting to fix economies and, strengthen borders and things like that. All fairly noble pursuits. There are the other side of his base that are less, I definitely don't agree with. And if you're coming at this from a standpoint of, taking rights away from trans people, taking rights away from the LGBTQ, taking rights away from women, you're in the wrong place. There is the back button on the screen. Click it. But taking those people aside, I imagine that for him to have won the popular vote, there are a lot of people who voted because of the issues that they care about, and there's nothing wrong with that. But please just remember that there are other issues that are going to be causing a lot of trauma to people's lives. And even if we can't agree on policies, we can agree that we should lead in love. We should always lead from love and want the best for each other. If your idea of a perfect world involves a bouncer standing at the door being like, no, you can't come in to anyone, that's not a perfect world. So just wanted to start this off. I'm sorry about the waffle, but I wanted to start this off with just saying to people, number one, you're loved, and number two, please lead with love. All right, so with all that out of the way, sorry about the waffle, we are going to get into today's reaction, and I wanted to do something fun to take our minds off all of that. That was so much talk, but we are going to get into this, and today's reaction is to the winner of our other artist poll, which was Mr. Colm McGuinness, and I have chosen, as a laugh, to do his music from the movie Shrek, but it's Tavern music. A lot of these songs I already think of as kind of tavern-y, so I'm curious to see what this sounds like, what Colm's going to do with it. And yeah, I am super interested to see what happens here. As always, please check out the original video that's linked in the description below. Give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe to Mr. Colm McGuinness if you haven't already, and we're going to get into this. This is Shrek, but it's tavern music. Let's go. I don't know what I expected from this. I don't know what I expected, but right away, just hearing the like Irishy sounding instruments with this beat makes me so happy. Like this was already, I don't know what instruments are originally played on, but the original part that he's playing on the flute there, it's so Shrek, and it's so kind of taverny meets like bardic, old timesy sounding, but something about hearing, first of all, the difference in the stringed instrument that's plucking along is noticeable to begin with. But then when he came in with that flute, I was like, oh, that's right. This is Colm McGuinness. This is going to freaking hit in a big way. Okay. Yo, I was ready for this to be like goofy and funny and something I could have a laugh at. I wasn't expecting it to sound so damn beautiful. Like this just sounds really freaking pretty. Like it's making me realize that even the original version of the song sounds really pretty. But hearing it done this way, I'm like, ooh, this is actually really, really nice. Colm's knocked this out of the park already. He hasn't sang a single word. I love that I know immediately that that last section he did there on the flute is when the bird explodes. Again, hasn't sung a word, and like I just know, I knew as soon as he was doing that big note, I'm picturing just a of the little bluebird that's like singing with her, and then we're frying eggs. I did not expect that. I did not see that coming, but I absolutely adore it.
And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Then I saw her face.
Yes.
Now I'm a believer.
Can I just say, like, Colm's killing the vocals, absolutely killing the vocals. The beat is so fun, and again, he's knocked the Tavern music feel out of the park, because this feels like literally what you would hear in an old timesy tavern. But taking that aside, there's just something that's so freaking great about hearing this song that I've heard so many times, and like I know so well, and hearing it with his accent. I like like the fact that it's I love it so much. I just hearing the occasional word where it's got that strong like Irish sound to it. Now I'm a believer. It just hits so good. I adore it.
If I tried. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
That's the other one of the way he says doubt is just it hits so different to the American pronunciation. It just works.
Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Now I'm a believer. I believe, 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 I Somebody once told me the
I love that we started with Believer, because that the fact that he built it through the whole thing they do there, and even did the really fast I believe, I believe, I believe, I love it so much. They knock that out of the park at the end of Shrek. It is so great. There's a big part of me, honestly, that just wants him to scrap doing the Shrek Tavern music and just keep the Tavern music, but do it to the Shrek in the Swamp karaoke dance party. Because if you're anywhere close to my age, and were anywhere close to my age when Shrek came out, if you think that I can't sing the entire Shrek in the Swamp karaoke dance party, there are certain songs in there where I can't help but jump from one of them to the other. I hear them on the radio, and then I get to certain parts of them and just switch up into the other song, because like the Lord Farquaad in the stump doing "Staying Alive," Donkey doing "I Love Big Butts." I need someone to do a cover of this, please. The full karaoke party. I need a cover of it immediately. Just saying.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Yo, I never knew I needed a like Irish version of that song. I never knew how well Smash Mouth's All Star works when you sing it in an Irish accent. how is it that just Colin, like taking aside the man's vocals, which are always just gorgeous, taking that aside, taking aside the change up of the instruments to be these like more traditionally kind of ones that give it that tavern feel, taking all that aside, just the accent alone on those words changes the entire feel of the damn song, and I love it about a million times more. I again, I want a full version of Colm doing this song. I want him to just do the full version of the song because it just feels right. It feels so incredibly perfect for it. And again, I love the original. It's got it's so much fun. I used interesting fact, you can set up a Google Home Mini with the right prompts in the Google app to be so that anytime you say, "Hey Google, what are you doing in my swamp?" she will then turn all of the lights in your house to green, start playing All Stars Smash Mouth. You can set that up. Not that that's something I've previously done as a joke. Never, never. But either way, it's a great song. It is so much fun. Sorry, y'all, I had to stop for a second there because I said the hey, and my phone decided to start talking to me because I've now deleted that prompt out of there, but it didn't know that, and so it was like, I don't understand what you're trying to say to me. Either way, it's done now. We're ready to get back into this. But yeah, I did at one stage have my house rigged up so I could say, "What are you doing in my swamp?" and it would start playing Smash Mouth and make all the lights green, just for the fun of it, just for the giggles. It was hilarious. Either way, let's get back into this.
Eyes break the mold.
Okay. Yes. Yo, again, I am not ready for just how much pretty music there is in this. Like, I was expecting just goofiness the whole time. The fact that the entire start of it and now what looks to be the entire outro, I because I was sitting there after we finished Smash Mouth All Star, I was like, I keep forgetting that the name's not Smash Mouth, that's the band, and All Star's the song. Either way, once we finished All Star, I was sitting there like, what other songs are in Shrek 1 other than the dance party? The fact that Colm has literally just included entire sections of the like main orchestra score from the movie turned into tavern music is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And he's done it so freaking well that he's just dialed the absolute beauty of the music up to a million, to an absolute million. And it sounds so freaking gorgeous. I will say that just right now, it has popped into my head the Robin Hood song that has not been included. And Colm, I do not forgive you. You should have put Robin Hood in here because that would have been hilarious. But taking that aside, yeah, I came into this one expecting to bop along with cheesy songs done Irish. I was not prepared for absolutely gorgeous, like, fantasy music that I kind of want to lift straight out of here and pop into the background of every D&D game I run. I need him to make versions of these that go for 3 or 4 hours that I can play on loop for 3 or 4 hours because it just sounds stunning. Also, I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not sure what the name of the really big green instrument that he was playing is. I'm not sure what kind of flute or woodwind instrument that is, or whatever that is. I freaking love the sound of it. Like the small little flute, that sounded great, but when he brought that big one in at the start, that thing hits so right. It has such a cool sound to it. This was so much fun. Like the thing that's blowing my mind still is yes, this was so much fun. This was such a good song. And I should have expected that from Colm because the man does not miss. But I was so completely ready for a goof off, for a bit of fun, for a joke, for a laugh, that it blew me away to hear something that was so beautifully put together as as this incredibly beautiful bardic music. I wasn't prepared for that. Absolute nat 20 on performance. Colm knocked this out of the park, and I really want to check out Shrek 2, but it's Tavern music, because I've mentioned in a recent movie reaction that the version of I Need a Hero from Shrek 2 went so much harder than it ever needed to, and stole that song for me. That will forever be the version of that song for me. But yeah, I definitely need to hear what he does with Shrek 2, but it's Tavern music, because I want to hear a Colm version of I Need a Hero so badly. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this reaction. As always, please check out the original video linked in the description below. Give the original a like and a comment, and subscribe to Colm McGuinness. Also, leave me a like and a comment. Spread some love in the comments to everyone who might be feeling it at the moment. Let's try and not get into political arguments. This isn't the place for it. There are platforms for that. My channel's not the place for it. I don't know enough, so I don't want to be sticking my opinion in where I don't have the voice to say it. We got our own political stuff going on here in Australia. Let me focus on that, okay? But spread some love in the comments because people need it at the moment. Also subscribe because it helps out the channel so much, and check me out over on Patreon where I run weekly polls for the reactions that I do here on the channel. I also do weekly TV show reactions, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on the channel. Not to mention, anyone who joins the Patreon from the $1 tier gets access to our Discord, which is just the most incredible group of people I've ever met in my life. And there is so much love and so much support over there. So sign up to the Patreon, meet the herd. They are all absolutely amazing. I will see you all in the next reaction video. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.